and I am introducing Andrew White, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Jupiter Lithium Limited.
Thank you, Roxandra. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Thank you for your interest in the Jupiter project this morning. And thank you to the Director General and to the Honourable Minister for their encouraging words and the government support for this Tier 1 project. It's my pleasure to be presenting this outstanding project to you today and the substantial progress made since Dr. Stephen Davis, our Chairman, presented last year. So welcome to the Jupiter Lithium and Critical Minerals project in Nigeria. I will try to do justice to this outstanding project in the next 15 minutes. But firstly, the usual speed read qualifications for you to read at your leisure. Time is up. So I'll present today a short video to recap on the scene and set the scene, then an overview of the project now, where we've been and where we were going in the next year and the years ahead. I think
the Jupiter project is a series of high-grade spodumene lithium discoveries in Nigeria. As Nigeria's first Tier 1 mining resource, Jupiter project will bring global significance to Nigeria. Located in the heart of the nation, Kaduna, this 462 square kilometre Jupiter Lithium project is a cooperative venture between 3 Nigerian companies: Basin Mining, Comet Minerals and Range Mining.
Project Jupiter is a game changer in the Nigerian mining industry. Our objective is to see that this Jupiter project will put Nigeria on the global mining map.
The lithium occurs as very large outcrops, 40 to 70 metres above ground level. But on top of that, we have the predominant occurrence of lithium is as spodumene, which has a high lithium content. We're running around 2.4, 2.6% lithium at the Jupiter project. It's the first Tier 1 project in the mining sector in Nigeria. It will bring to the attention of the world that Nigeria has significant mineral assets and that these assets can be mined and developed. It will change the world's attitude towards investment in Nigeria to a far more positive position and transition Nigeria into a more diversified economy.
Jupiter project is a collaboration driven locally but focused internationally with one aim: to make Nigeria a key player in the electrification of the world in the 21st century and beyond.
It is a transformation.
A transformation. A transformation.
For Nigeria.
For Nigeria.
For Nigeria.
From Nigeria.
It's our future beyond oil.
So this is about Nigeria's future beyond oil. The Jupiter project is a world-class lithium and critical minerals discovery. It's Nigeria's first Tier 1 mine. It has mining licenses and is approved for mining for the next 50 years. Our goal is to be the lowest cost hard rock producer of lithium globally. We will be the lowest cost producer for the following reasons. We have high-grade spodumene, averaging 2.4 to 2.6%, and we're able to use simple DMS process, which has low power, low water, and low chemical consumption. Jupiter is also large enough to initiate and underpin the transition of Nigeria's economy away from oil and gas to a new clean energy economy. We are delivering the start of the entire value chain in Nigeria with our modular spodumene concentrators and are delivering directly to nearby lithium carbonate plants. And we have approvals now for the next 50 years. So last year at ADU, we presented the Jupiter Lithium project and began with the history of the discovery which started as a new form of nickel. The nickel is still there for us to commercialise later, but our attention turned to spodumene a few years ago as it was virtually sticking out of the ground. We're only about 100 kilometres from the capital city of Abuja and have well-developed infrastructure on ground and site including sealed roads and a freight railhead at Kafanchan, which is a regional centre with about 100,000 people bordering the lease area. The spodumene is of high grade, and an independent Canadian group a few years ago produced an early target resource estimate of around 31 million tonnes, which was based on only 4 of the targets identified at the time. Our ESIAs are all in place, and we have a track record of community development programs over the last 7 years. It's important to note that we started these programs long before we started the mining and established the environment of mutual respect and transparency. So, to bring you up to date, in the past 12 months, we've completed a restructure under the one holding company, Jupiter Lithium Limited in the UK. We've increased the identified exploration targets from 29 to 36, and we've stopped looking to focus on the production. We now have 11 mining licences to cover the 442 square kilometres, giving us mining rights for the next 50 years. And we've contracted mining operations on the Papua Quebec targets for fixed periods to keep the area active and employment opportunities open. But perhaps the main development has been that of our partnership with the US NASDAQ-listed company American Resources Corporation and their subsidiary ReElement Technologies for the development of their lithium carbonate plant technology. We've also developed a close partnership with a South African group using their tried and proven concentrator technology in the form of modular DMS plants. More on this later, however, we will be producing first concentrate in the second quarter of 2025. So together, the 3 stages made up of mining, spodumene concentrate production and the lithium carbonate production, they make up what we call the Jupiter Mega Project, going from mining to battery-grade lithium carbonate, literally all in the same area. Jupiter will mine and produce the spodumene concentrate. The concentrate will be transported locally to ReElement and they will process it to lithium carbonate battery grade. The Mega Project is the start of the vertically integrated supply chain in Nigeria. So stage 1 mining is happening now and has been for over 12 months. However, with the current pricing levels, we are stockpiling and mining or awaiting, we're stockpiling mined ore and awaiting our own concentrators to process it. We also have options to sell the ore to other independently owned concentrators in the area, which are not associated with any licensed mining operations if we wanted to or needed to treat for revenue purposes. So we will be recommencing on our Juliet target in Q1 2025. You can see clearly in this photo the outcropping nature of the resource, which allows us to commence mining with very early mining with minimal exploration drilling having been undertaken. What drilling has been done reportedly shows spodumene continuing at depth, reportedly up to 300 metres before the holes were abandoned. They were conducted by other parties. Stage 2 is now ready to start. This is the beneficiation process. It's a simple DMS process with low water, low power and low chemical consumption. It's modular for transportability and easily relocated from target to target. Each modular plant can be delivered in 6 to 8 months, and there will be multiples of them for spares management and no need for heavy lifting and transport during the construction phase. You won't see any 1,000-tonne cranes on our construction sites or the costs incurred. We are fit for purpose and location. We were driven to achieve early production to provide early cash flow, which in turn will deliver lower costs. So stage 3 is the mine-to-battery lithium supply chain. Its production is in close cooperation with our US technology partner ReElement, using their own innovative process to produce battery-grade lithium carbonate. The plant location will be within 100 kilometres of our site, most likely in the Federal Capital Territory, with all its available infrastructure and resources. This is the start of the circular lithium supply chain in Nigeria. Early next year, we will recommence the JORC exploration and drilling program with a series of milestones aimed at identifying JORC resources and reserves progressively over the next 3 years or so. This will also support a possible IPO on the LSE and NSX in around 2 years' time. So the Jupiter Mega Project highlights all regulatory approvals, including state agreement, so there's no risk to the project of regulatory changes. It's a high-grade and extensive resource. It requires only simple DMS processing with minimal logistics. The mine plan includes early and effective rehabilitation of the land for the continued agricultural activities and industries which support the host communities. And we deliver around an 80% reduction in emissions compared to an equivalent Australian hard rock mine, since we're not transporting and shipping excess or waste material from the mine site. Again, all these factors contribute to Jupiter being the lowest cost producer of spodumene concentrate globally. What Jupiter means for Nigeria is that we unlock Nigeria's clean energy industrial development, opening the door for further downstream clean energy industries for battery manufacturing and EV production, both the stated goals of the federal government. Jupiter delivers a strong royalty stream, massive job creation and significant infrastructure development, and this may include a new hybrid power station generation facility to service the industry and the community. Our ESG achievements to date have already delivered significant benefits to the host communities, and we have meaningful involvement working with them to identify their needs and helping them to deliver outcomes they are a part of. We will continue our track record of transparency and respect with the next 5-year program to be developed shortly. Importantly, we view these aspects as moral obligations, and we aim to exceed all regulatory and statutory requirements and deliver best practice to lead the way in Nigeria. Our plans for 2025 include additional funding to accelerate the second concentrator for a 1 million tonne mine production target inside 2 years. We will consider the possible IPO and the timing on the LSE and NSX. The recommencement of exploration and the JORC drilling program to achieve the milestone targets. We will look more closely at commercialising the very significant presence of critical minerals and rare earths with new technologies. We recommence on mining on the Juliet target and the first modular concentrator for production in Q2 2025. Also commence the second concentrator. We will coordinate with ReElement Technologies for the development of their lithium carbonate plants close to the capital, Abuja, which will be timed to be able to take our stockpiled material. Going forward, Nigeria is a new mining precinct of global significance with outstanding resources, both natural resources and human resources. Jupiter is leading Nigeria's economic transformation away from oil and gas to a world-class mining economy. Jupiter is proving it can invest and operate in Nigeria successfully, and we would do well to remember that big oil has been doing it successfully in Nigeria for decades. We plan to list in 12 to 18 months' time on the LSE and NSX, providing an opportunity for significant upside in an early investment in Jupiter. So if you're interested in participating in this outstanding resource project and our nation-building agenda, we would love to hear from you. Thank you very much. I will be available for questions later. I'll be taking the easy ones and passing the more difficult ones to Dr. Stephen Davis, our chairman. Thank you very much.